Hey everybody, I wanted to talk about field of view and how it affects first-person shooters. I'm making this video with regards to the Overwatch beta, where field of view options are being discussed in their implementation. Currently, Blizzard believes that having a higher field of view option will give players an unfair advantage over others. I want to inform the community, including Blizzard, how field of view is a personal preference and not an objective advantage. To start off, field of view is the degrees of the cone that your player can see. A higher field of view will give the player more peripheral vision or vision of their sides, and a lower field of view will give less peripheral vision. This is where, the meat of the debate lies. Some people think that because a higher field of view will give you more vision of your sides, that it's an advantage over other players. You're literally seeing more, right? Yes, but at the cost of accuracy and definition. As you can tell by my artistic prowess, the right picture has a bigger middle, where the left picture has a smaller middle with more side vision. Lower fields of view offer players an easier time when shooting hit scan or precision weapons like a sniper rifle or McCree's revolver. Side vision isn't always important to certain players who value the higher definition and more accurate, bigger middle. Let's say McCree's watching a choke point and he has to hit Mercy's head with his revolver. He doesn't necessarily need to see that lamp post on the right side. If he could have the choke point fill up more of his screen, he'd have an easier time hitting the head as the heads would be bigger. And this is not uncommon actually in competitive arena shooters. Despite having the option to sometimes go to even 130 degrees field of view, pro Quake players and some pro and real tournament players will go lower than 90. Why? Well, because the extra peripheral vision isn't worth the increased difficulty in aiming. It's just not a good trade-off. This is the crux of my argument. Field of view is like sensitivity. It's not objectively better to have a lower sensitivity or objectively better than to have a higher sensitivity. It's a personal preference that players can adjust for their own play style. No field of view is objectively better than another, and this really ties into the Overwatch beta as Blizzard feels that the higher field of view will cause problems. But as I set out to explain in this video, it won't. It's just something that people do for their own, personal comfort. Field of view options that go up to 100 would be fine. 90 for some people is actually low because it depends on how big your screen is and how far away it is from you. And even prominent YouTuber like Total Biscuit has said that he gets headaches or nausea from bad fields of view that are too low. And I just wanted to show everyone that having a higher field of view is just an awesome feature that Overwatch could have for its players and that it's not an unfair advantage over others if someone cranks up their field of view. Thank you for listening.